March 15, 2019. Detective Sarah Chin stared at the transcript in disbelief. 3 months of investigation, hundreds of interviews, and the case that seemed impossible to solve had been unlocked by 7 words. 7 words the person didn't need to say. 7 words that revealed everything. This is the story of how human psychology can betray us, and how one unnecessary sentence brought down what investigators called the most convincing alibi they'd ever encountered. Let's go back to December 8, 2018. Rebecca Martinez, 34, a marketing executive in Portland, Oregon, was found deceased in her downtown apartment. At first glance, it appeared to be a burglary: jewelry missing, electronics scattered, a broken window suggesting forced entry. Detective Chin sensed something was off. In 15 years, she'd learned that domestic incidents often appear to be random crimes. Statistics show a significant percentage of female victims are harmed by people they know. Within hours, investigators identified their primary person of interest, Marcus Webb, Rebecca's ex-boyfriend. They'd dated for 2 years, broken up 6 months earlier, and according to friends, Marcus hadn't taken the breakup well. But Marcus had something unusual: a seemingly perfect alibi. On December 8th, Marcus was 200 miles away in Seattle at his company's annual conference. Not just attending, he was presenting in front of 150 colleagues, with video evidence, photos, hotel receipts, and dozens of witnesses. Timeline check. Neighbor heard arguing at 9 p.m. Medical examiner estimated time of death between 9:30 to 10 p.m. Marcus on stage in Seattle at 9:45 p.m. 3 months of investigation yielded nothing until February 12, 2019, when Detective Chen decided to conduct one final interview. Before Marcus's interview, it's important to understand why people slip up. Dr. Jennifer Walsh, a forensic psychologist, explains, people with false alibis often overcompensate. They provide too many details, too precise, sometimes revealing information only the involved person would know, called guilty knowledge. The human brain also experiences cognitive leakage. Under stress, truths emerge through seemingly innocent statements. Dr. Paul Ekman found that people attempting deception often add unnecessary details to appear genuine, and in doing so, reveal the truth. Marcus had been interviewed 3 times already. Each time, his story remained consistent. Drove to Seattle, checked into the hotel, attended dinner, presented at 9:45 p.m., socialized afterward. Detective Chen's theory? Perhaps he drove to Portland after the presentation, committed the act, then returned, timing it so no one would notice. 43 minutes into the final interview, Chen asked one different question. Marcus, when you heard about Rebecca's passing, what was your first thought? His reply, well, was shocked, of course. I couldn't believe someone would hurt her. I mean, the way she was found, it was horrible. 7 words. The way she was found, it was horrible. Detective Chin froze. Those details had never been shared publicly. Only she, the medical examiner, and 2 scene technicians knew. Marcus had just revealed intimate, guilt-laden knowledge. Chin pressed carefully. Where did you hear about these details? Marcus fumbled, claiming news or a call from Rebecca's sister, but the sister had been instructed not to discuss the scene. Phone records, traffic cameras, and security footage confirmed the impossible. Marcus had traveled to Portland after his presentation, returned, and covered his movements meticulously. He had even asked a colleague to cover for him during post-presentation events. The logistics were tight, but the psychological slip, those 7 words, was what cracked the case. Why did Marcus speak when he didn't need to? Dr. Walsh calls it the burden of guilty knowledge. Stress forces the mind to reveal information. Combined with the subconscious desire to appear sincere, it resulted in self-incrimination. Marcus believed he was showing emotion and authenticity. Instead, he exposed the truth. On March 20, 2019, Marcus Webb was arrested. Faced with mounting evidence, the timeline, cameras, witness statements, and his own words, he eventually admitted to the crime. He received life in prison without the possibility of parole. Detective Chin later reflected, "We spent months checking every detail of his alibi. In the end, Marcus solved the case for us, with 7 words he didn't need to say." The lesson is clear. Language reveals more than we realize. Every unnecessary detail, every precise phrase, every emotional inflection can betray a guilty mind. 7 words. That's all it took to bring justice for Rebecca Martinez. Even the most convincing alibi cannot outsmart the human brain.